Hello everyone, this is Balkishan Pandey. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create Kubernetes cluster using Google Cloud. And I'm also going to show you how to use Cloud Cells to fetch the Kubernetes secrets and then use kubectl command to talk to that Kubernetes cluster. You don't need Google Cloud to create Kubernetes cluster. There are so many ways you can do. You don't even need to be in cloud. In fact, I created one video which is showing how you can create Kubernetes cluster in your machine using kubeadmin tool. Please check description to find the link. Alright, I think we can start. First, navigate to console.cloud.google.com. You need Google ID for this one, and I'm hoping you have one. If you don't have one, just create one. Also, Google will ask you to link your credit card information for that one. Once you're logged in, click on navigation menu on your left. Click on Kubernetes Engine, cluster link. Now on your Kubernetes Engine dashboard, click on button create cluster. You will see a form which you have to fill out based on your requirements. First, set the cluster name. I'm calling it my demo cluster. Select location where you want to place your cluster. There are so many options here: Asia, Europe, South America, North America, and so many regions. I'm going with default option and zone out here, which will auto select zone US Central 1. Now you can choose the Kubernetes version here. By this time of recording, only 1.15.4 version of Kubernetes is available for production ready. If you want to go latest release, you can choose it from Rapid Release channel, but they are not qualified for production use. The next option is adding node pools. By adding proper number of nodes, size and generation of nodes based on your application requirements, amount of traffic you are receiving, or type of data you are processing. There are so many options here. You can choose number of nodes, different generation machine series like N1, N2, E2, pre-configured machine type with different CPU and memories combination. You can select one of these based on your need. You can also choose option from memory optimized section if your application is memory intensive. For now, I'm going with general option with default settings. Now click on create and your cluster will be ready in a couple of minutes. You can check the status by clicking the link my demo cluster here, which will show you the status of the cluster, percentage of the cluster it is completed, and whether the health check is passing or not, master version deployed there, endpoints it is going to be later. You can use that endpoint to connect to that cluster, and the default node pool we created before. With the Kubernetes version, again same 1.15.4, and then other configuration there. GKE has another cool feature here. You can use this deploy button to create deployment for your existing application without writing any complex deployment manifest file. In this video, I'm not going to cover that features. We're going to use a manifest file to deploy an application. Let's go back to the cluster. Your cluster is ready now. You can see this green check mark here, and you can also see your active node pools. Let's connect to the cluster using Cloud Cell, which is one of the cool features I love about GKE. You don't have to deal with any SSH connectivity problem, create VPN tunnel, or add your public key in your jump box or your management box, and any other stuff. Google will let you run your kubectl command on the fly using your browser using Cloud Cell. But it is not mandatory. You can run this gcloud command to fetch Kubernetes secrets in your local machine. For now, I'm going to use Cloud Cell. If you look at the gcloud command here, you can see my cluster name and project ID. If you run this command, it will fetch Kubernetes secrets to my Cloud Cell terminal. Now you can type kubectl get nodes to list the number of nodes in your cluster. Or you can do get parts, all namespaces, to see all the parts deployed in your namespaces. We have some default application deployed as a part of this initial setup. You can also verify the version by running kubectl version command, which is displaying kubectl client version here and server version of the cluster here. If you need more nodes in your cluster, you can easily add using node pool features. with different setup configuration for that particular node group. Once you add it, it will take some time to provision your nodes. You can see the progress here. Or you can run kubectl get nodes command to check the number of nodes. Now you can see the status is okay. This means you have new nodes available in your cluster, which you can see here.